Welcome back to Bullet Catcher Gaming. This is, of course, Ghost Recon Breakpoint. You may have seen our recent video, which was about weapons that we would like to see that were created in the game by our very own Sandylands from the Discord. And also Jeremy was on that video from dangerclosedigital.com. Both of them are back with me again today, and we're going to go through 10 more weapons that have been created through some of the suggestions that you made from that original video from about 3-4 weeks back. So we're not going to hang around too much. We're going to get straight into it and go through them. I will say, watch out for the next video, because there is going to be a third one in this. That's going to be a bit more of a surprise. There's going to be some really interesting things, not just normal weapons in there. There's going to be some really interesting stuff in that one, so that'll be coming in a week or so. So keep an eye out for that one.
Is that the one with the flashlight?
Is it got a flashlight?
Yeah,
no, definitely.
The one with the flashlight.
Yeah, we're going to put all sorts of weird stuff on weapons in that one. I'll still never forget that comment before where the guy said he wanted a flashlight attachment. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to get on with it. Jeremy's going to be using his scowl again. If this is the first time you've watched one of these videos, best thing to do is to jump back and watch the last one where Jeremy explains how his scale works in terms of the damage scale. So you can go back and check that out. And just in case you haven't seen it, the scaling in terms of the statistics in the bottom left-hand corner are just for background. They are not what we are giving that weapon. So ignore that. We're just looking at the weapon themselves. So, anyway, gentlemen, thank you for joining me. Let's get on with it. Sandy, more amazing work. So the first weapon that Sandy put together for today is the K3AK. Here it is in all its glory. You did a really nice job. Well done, Sandy.
Thank you.
So let's start with Jeremy on the scale. What would this be on your scale, Jeremy?
Well, it's a 762 by 39, and on the me scale, that would be a 21.
Okay, Sandy, what would you think that Ubisoft would do with this?
I think that's going to be around about a 22, 23. I think that's going to be pretty low damage. Oh, no, actually, no, I take that back. I was thinking it as an SMR. Maybe about 29, actually.
I think 29 is quite a good shout. I was going to say 27, 29, something around there.
Yeah, I agree with 29. It is a 30 cal, so.
Yeah, I think that, I don't know why, I have no idea, but I think they would make this thing almost kind of about the SC40 accurate wise, because I find that is really accurate. I think they'd make this a really accurate weapon for a smaller rifle.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's still a short barrel. I mean, even though it's a bullpup, so it appears to be shorter. The barrel portion on here is still pretty short. It looks like it's probably a 14-inch barrel on this one, so it's hard to say, but who knows? You know, I don't think they really take these real-world things into account. They just kind of pull these things out of the rear, and that's what they are, so hard to say.
No, very true, very true. Just in case, Sandy, you did want to tell people quickly about the Discord, didn't you? So if you want to go for it.
So obviously, I've got a channel. The guys have given me a channel on the Discord called Sandy's Armory. I always display and showcase everything that I do in there. It gives guys a chance to just jump on, see what I've done, and then if they want specific weapons created, just to give me a message, and I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, and so far he's done a really good job of creating pretty much everything most people have asked for so far. You know, obviously, you've got other things to do because obviously, you know, he's a busy man, but you've been smashing through them, so well done. Okay, we're going to move on to the next one. But yeah, jump onto the Discord, Sandy's Armory, and you can chat with Sandy in there and talk about these weapons if you wish. The next one is the 416C. Now, this is an interesting one because when we did our most popular weapons in the game, out of all the assault rifles, the 416 came top. It was the gun that everybody seemed to like the most, and I must admit it's a really good gun. So it'd be nice to see the C version in there. I presume that's one of the reasons why you made it, Sandy.
No, so that was another one of the ones that was a kind of a fan request.
Okay.
So he just said, "I wonder if you could maybe attempt that."
Yeah, it's nice.
Nothing that really.
Yeah, it's a nice one. I like the stock; it's very nice. Jeremy, on your scale, so obviously it's 5.56. So
yep, that would be 18 on the me scale.
Okay, 18 on the Jeremy scale. What about you, B? So the 416 is maxed out. Is I can't remember.
I think it's 27.
Is it 27? I thought it was
20.
no. Is it not 29?
Maybe 29. I don't remember.
2 seconds. I'll just tell you.
Okay.
It is 27. Yeah, maxed out. 27.
Oh, 27. Well done. Oh, see, I think it should be more than that. But winning. So let's not talk about Charlie Sheen on this video, shall we? Right. Okay. So I'm going to be honest with you. I think they just make it the same.
Yeah. I think Cindy, do you have access to the 416 shorty?
Yes, I do. Just give me 2 seconds.
I think they'll score closer to the 416 shorty.
Yeah, you might be
technically,
right.
I think the only real difference between this and the 416 shorty is the furniture that's being used.
So it's also a 27.
This is also 27? Okay.
See, I told you, 27 all day long.
No, you're winning. Okay, I got you.
Winning.
I reckon it'll be the same as the honey badger, though.
Which
so
is
the honey badger's a 30 cal.
31. Oh, of course it is.
Yeah, but honey badger's 30 cal. That's a 300 blackout in real life. But I do want to comment here how I find it interesting that you chose to move the EOTech further forward on the rail. I think that's going to garner some discussion on the Discord, and I look forward to that.
Yeah, me too.
If I can just quickly scroll back up. So on that, the reason it was done that way is because that was the way it was sent to me in the photo, and it was being used by a police force at the time. Well, it was British police, actually. But yeah, that was how the photo was actually sent to me.
But in all fairness, it's an interesting way to put it on the way that you've put it together, because obviously on previous videos when we've discussed features wanted, especially within the gunsmith, one of the things that lots of people have asked for is the ability to move scopes and things around on the RIS. So it makes perfect sense that you've used. It's nice to see it. It's nice to see it look a bit different than all the others, to be honest.
In all honesty, it's not that uncommon to actually see this in real life. I see this all the time. It could either be from vision correction, vision problems with the particular user, and commonly it is for behind the reticle accessories, like a GX33 magnifier.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've decided, we agreed then the 416 will sit with the others at 27, yeah? In and around?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right, up next then, this will be a popular one, I'm sure, the RPK. So that's 762. So Jeremy, on your scale, that is
762 on my scale is a 21.
21. Okay, so what do you think UB is gonna give this? I think they'd get. Do you know what? I think they'd give this decent accuracy.
Yeah, I think they'd bump the accuracy and leave the damage the same as the regular AK-47. That's what I think would happen. Maybe the range. Yeah. Maybe bump the range a little bit too.
I agree. So what is the regular AK on Mark III? The
AK-47 Mark III is 32.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So no, that makes sense. I think that makes perfect sense. Okay. So you've done a nice job with that. Well done. The next one is a favourite of mine, and it is the AX50. So this is this is the brand new. It's the new version of this that's being used currently by Accuracy International, I believe. I do like this rifle. Jeremy, obviously, it's not going to be 50 cal, as we've said previously. It's going to be 338. So the 338 on your scale would
on my
be
scale is 69.
69. What do you think they would give this in the game? Now, we said the AS50 on the previous video. We said that would be somewhere around, what did we say? The 150 mark, didn't we? Something like that.
Yeah,
well,
but
I think I said 140 or so.
Yeah.
I think we all had differing values for that one.
Yeah, we were quite far apart on that one. So what do you think on this one? This is obviously the improved version, so I'm not sure Ubisoft would make any difference to them that it was an improved version.
Consideration. I think they would. I think they would score this similar to the Recon A1.
Okay, all right then. So that's about what's that? About one. That's quite low though, isn't it? Is that about one? Isn't that
that's about 132, I think.
Yeah, that is low. That's quite low out of all of the snipers. See, I'm not sure they would have it. I don't know if it would go that low. I think personally, I think it should be up at the. This for me should be up at the kind of TAC 50 scale.
Yeah, maybe a little less. The barrel isn't as long, so it's not going to get as much velocity or accuracy. But yeah, the only reason I said Recon A1 is because it's one of the few 50 cals that aren't as long as the TAC 50 or the M82.
Okay.
So maybe somewhere between the M82 and the Recon A1. You know, if you split the difference, that's probably be what they would go with.
It's about 145.
Yeah, so it's
something
about
like that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair enough. 145. Okay. So here is another one that was asked for, which is the GPMG. And I know Sandy, because when we mentioned GPMG, Jeremy was a bit like, what one's that? But obviously, Jeremy, you know this more as the... He's not going to say it now,
I'm sorry, what?
M240 Bravo.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was listening.
Set you up there. He's like, oh, boring.
I would make sure I didn't press the wrong button.
So obviously you don't call this the GPMG really, do you?
No.
So you call it that. Fair enough. So in terms of, once again, we'd said on the last video, there's not enough light machine guns in the game, and so on the Jeremy scale, so this is a 7.62 LMG, isn't it? So
this one would be a 26.
26.
This is 7.62 NATO. This isn't 7.62 by 39. So.
Okay, so this is. I think that Ubisoft would give this quite a high damage rating. I think they'd look at it and go, "That looks big. Let's make it powerful."
Yeah, I agree. It's kind of mean looking too, and they take that in consideration.
So what do we think? I think they might go as high as 70.
I could see that, 68, 70.
What do you think, Sandy? What do you think they'd go with?
See, I don't know, because I think they'd look at it and think it's quite, in some aspects, similar to the CT MMG. So I think it's only got to be between 38 and 45.
I suppose, yeah. I mean, they are similar.
But it is 30
Or
cal.
the MG 121, which is 43.
Yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point. Yeah, maybe I'm well out there. Maybe 70 is a bit too high.
The only other reason I say that is because for the people that still are actually left playing PvP, if there is any, they'll want to have it nicely balanced. So they'll know what to throw in one LMG that's like 20 or 30 damage higher, because obviously everybody will just jump straight to that.
Yeah, but correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't use the LMGs much. Aren't most of those LMGs 5.56?
Let me just...
Because this is a 30 cal.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
You've got 762.
There
It's
are
a
some.
good
There are
mix
some.
between 762 and 556.
Okay. Well, let's say I'd maybe 50 then. Maybe. Probably not too much more than that then. I mean, I was a bit off, maybe a bit out on that one. Okay, so this next one that we're going to do is a fun one. So the Banshee.
Yeah.
This is a fun little weapon. And did you know what? When you look at this, I can just see this being in the game. When I look at this gun, I just think, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Like if Ubisoft were looking at pictures, if they knew, let's say they know nothing about guns, Jeremy, I know you're going to say they don't, but let's say they know nothing and they go, ooh, like a kid in a candy shop kind of thing. And they were looking around. I think they'd look at this picture and go, ooh, that one.
Yeah.
Let's have that one. I could see them choosing this one.
Well, I've handled and shot the Generation 1 Banshee in real life. You know, obviously it doesn't look like this, but that does seem like the type of kind of futuristic weapon that they would really embrace.
I agree. So on your scale, what would this be?
Well, this one as a Banshee would be 762 by 39, so this one would be a 21.
Okay, 21. So I could see them going. I know you said this already, Sandy, but I could previously, but I could see them going down the honey badger route with this, and making this more powerful than it probably should be. I could see them going maybe up to a 30, 31 on this.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I'm giving it a solid 30.
Yeah.
It is significantly, well, I shouldn't say significantly shorter than the honey badger. This is really small on my screen, so I can't tell if that's that's all muzzle or if that's a long muzzle break on there. But yeah, I could see a solid 30.
So
I think honey badger's a fan favorite, and I think
this is a
keep it.
It's a suppressor on the end there, Jeremy. If you can't see that, probably
it's really tiny.
I'm
looking at the video preview too, so it's smaller for me. But
okay.
yeah, I see them putting it as a 30, maybe a 31. I think they'll keep it at 30 just so it doesn't step on the honey badger's toes, because honey badger does seem to be a fan favorite.
Oh, it is. It is a nice weapon, though. To be fair,
yeah, I like it.
As we've said before, it should not be in the category that they've put it in. That probably gets brought up so many times. Even now, people still saying, "Why is it in the wrong category?"
Yeah, it is the wrong.
Who knows? Who knows? We don't know why they did that, but there we go.
It is definitively an SBR.
Yes.
I think it's because they don't have the PDW class like they did in Wildlands, so they've got to shoehorn it in somewhere, and because of the overall length, I think they just thought maybe it's a submachine gun category.
Yes.
Yeah,
even though it's definitely not.
I agree. Same way how they shoehorn, different ammunition into different categories too.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so the next one that we've got is the SR-74. So this is 5.56. So Jeremy, your scale is
5.56 is 18.
18. Okay. Sandy, what do you think? What do you think they'd go with this?
Well, the SR-74 should actually be in 7.62.
Oh, it says 7.62.
Well,
sorry,
that's what I was. That's what I was
5.56.
thinking too, judging by the magwell plus the magazine bed.
Yeah.
But
that's not bad.
yeah, I mean, as 7.62, this would be 7.62 by 39. This one would be a 21.
Okay, I think they'd go about 32 damage on this. I don't think it'd be too high.
Yeah, I think it'd be the same as the AK.
Yeah,
I think it'd be the exact same damage as an AK.
Yeah, I agree. Technically, it should. Same cartridge, same length barrel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. So what is the AK again? What did we say it was? It was
That's a good question, there.
I'm trying to remember. I should have had them all loaded up. I don't tend to use the AK much in the game at all, to be honest.
Oh, I love the AK.
Well, in the game as well.
Oh yeah.
32. Okay,
yeah.
That's what I said anyway.
I pull that suppressor up. I go to town.
Okay. Okay. No, I don't really use it. I really don't. I just, I'm controversial. I just don't like the look of it. I know that probably like, what? But no, I just,
You know,
I know that's stupid,
that's
but
funny
I know
because
it's
when I
silly.
first started getting into the black guns, I kind of fell in line with everybody else. So it's commie gun. You know, I don't want anything to do with that. Then you know, I built my first AK, and I used American parts. So then I was all, you know, old AKs, absolutely great because I mean it was outshooting my ARs in terms of accuracy and obviously in hitting power because it's a 30 cal bullet. But then I started buying some of the imports, and I can see somewhat why some people have an issue with them because the imports really are not the best representation of an AK that you could get. Because
Yeah.
barrels are bent, the sights are canted. There's a lot of nicks and dents in them because these things they're basically old army milcert and that are reconfigured for the sportsman market when they're imported. So, but yeah, I do love my AKs. I've got some very accurate AKs, some AKs that would rival my ARs, and then I have some really shitty AKs. So it's kind of look at the draw and where it was built and what you do to it.
Of course, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. That was interesting, actually. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. And the next one that we have is the C8A3. Now, we did in that very original video, good few weeks back, we did feature the L119, and that is obviously born from this series of weapons to a certain extent. So but lots of people still wanted to see this and was asking for the C8. So here is the A3. So it's 556. So Jeremy, your scale then.
That would be a 18 score.
Okay, on the 18. So what do we think UB would give this? I think 25 to 26.
I agree.
I don't think it's going to be high.
Yeah, I'd maybe 27 at most.
Yeah, I would say no
yeah.
more than 27. I think they would back it off a little.
You don't think they'd honey badger this, do you?
No, I
You don't think that?
I
No.
No, well, I mean, how could they even? It's not like they actually defend themselves now, but I mean, how could they defend that choice when this is only a 22 caliber versus a 30 cal from the honey badger?
Oh,
Yeah.
true. I just sometimes you look at, I don't know, you look at it and kind of go, whoa, where are they going to go? Well, we haven't got enough submachine guns, so what about if we just shove one in there? But no, obviously it shouldn't be in there, but you never know. Yeah, so I think that's about right. 25 to 27. I think that's probably about right. But nice job on creating that one. Okay, so we've got two more left. So let's have a look at this one. This one's a really interesting one. The MP155. Now, I must admit, I don't know a lot about this. So perhaps you gentlemen can educate me a little bit.
I know absolutely nothing about it. So hopefully, Sandy did some research when he was getting this
Yeah,
design.
Sandy. So you need to tell us because I don't know anything about this really.
So it came out. I think the first video I've seen about it was about a year or two ago, and it's described as the first smart shotgun. And for the videos I've seen, it's got some weird Bluetooth capability, and you can hook up to your phone and other crazy stuff.
Oh, God.
All the few videos I've seen it though, it just looks a bit. It looks quite futuristic for a shotgun.
Well, you know what it looks like to me? It looks like a race gun, something that they would use in competition.
Yeah, I'll see if I can.
It looks like one of the. It looks like one of the guns from Killzone.
It's pretty far out there. Although the stock looks like it's the Magpul stock is just painted differently.
Let's see if I can find any
Yeah,
information.
it's crazy. It's crazy looking. I mean, it's not necessarily bad looking.
Yeah, well, I have a couple of Magpul stocks like this one, and they're amazingly comfortable. You would never guess. It's like a combination. It's like it's like if a traditional stock of a shotgun and an M4 pistol grip, had a baby. It's kind of how it is.
If they had a baby, I love it.
Yep.
So you've got no gauge for this, obviously, because it's a 12 gauge ammo, isn't it? So
correct. Yeah, I don't have any numbers for that right now.
So we don't have. So let's have a while Sandy's trying to find a bit more info, perhaps. So what do you think on damage then? Because obviously this would be sheer guesswork for me because I don't know anything about this weapon at all.
I would say it'd probably be the same as the M4 Shorty.
Okay. Yeah. What is that?
Yeah, I'd agree with that. So it's when did this get released? I'm just on one of the main pages for it now. So this was last year. This dropped, and it's a semi-automatic hunting shotgun.
Okay.
Oh, so it could be a race gun.
But it is something that you could see them going, that would look nice in Breakpoint.
Oh, they would be drilling all over this. It would have rust marks from all the drill.
I'm going to see if I can send you something quickly.
I'm sure somebody over at Ubisoft right now is figuring out a way to mount this on a drone.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
Okay, right. Okay, so let's move on then to the next one. And the very last one, which is the VSS. So, what do we think on the VSS? So, we did actually feature the VSS really quickly, really briefly at the very, very end of that very first video that we did. It was just shown off with a few other weapons right at the very end. We didn't talk about them. And loads of people in the comments of that video said, I want to see the VSS. And we did. It was there right at the end. So we thought we'd put it in this one because clearly lots of people missed it. So what do we think of this one then on your scale, Jeremy?
Well, my scale, this one would be a 26.
26, okay. So, right, the Ubisoft scale then, 30... 37? No, because it's a DMR as well, isn't it? So I think it'd be a little bit higher. I think it'd be about 42.
Let's see what the dartboard of damage says when I throw a dart at it.
Oh my god, that's so funny. You could literally see that happening as well. Dartboard of damage. It could literally be anything.
Yeah, it could. I would.
One thing they'd never mark 18 this.
35. I'd say 35.
35. Okay. Yeah, I think between 35 and 42-ish.
Yeah, I'd go with that.
Yeah, about that. Okay, interesting. What did you think on the shotgun damage, just by the way, Sandy, because I didn't get your opinion on that one?
Because it's futuristic, and we know that Ubi likes futuristic stuff, I'd put it about 134.
Okay. Yeah, you could definitely see him doing that, to be fair. Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Dartboard of damage agrees.
The dartboard of damage. That's a bullseye on the dartboard of damage. Anyway, look, thank you so much. I have to say thank you for Sandy for creating these weapons. It takes a lot of time and effort for him to do these. Hopefully, you guys are really enjoying seeing some of these. As Sandy said earlier, if you want to see some more, jump onto the Discord. Go on there. You can make some suggestions in Sandy's armory. Check out dangerclosedigital.com, which is Jeremy's website, with some amazing gun-related photography and stuff on there. It's fantastic stuff. And thank you so much for watching. The three of us do appreciate it very much. And we do have one more of these coming out, as I said at the beginning. That's going to feature some really interesting stuff that we think you might enjoy. So keep an eye out in a week or so for that one. And until then, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.